Hey, Officer J here. Today I wanted to cover another video. Today we're going to talk about cybersecurity and just cyber scams. Most of the people that's probably watching this video probably not going to apply to you, but for the ones that have older parents, older grandparents, this could be crucial. And as a younger person, it's kind of our duty to help our parents and grandparents or just any older relatives. So most of us, probably 45 and younger, even some people in that range, we understand that everything that you see on the internet isn't true, and a lot of scams can happen. We have a lot of our population that fall victim to these scams every single day. For instance, like the police department that I work for, in multiple police departments, we'll have an older person come in and they'll say, hey, I got this check in the mail, I cashed it or I deposited it. One of the scams is like, they'll say that they got a check in the mail that's saying if you deposit this check, we'll give you a check for $2,000, $1,500 of that for you to keep, and you have to send us $500, and we'll send you some type of promotional item, and that way you just have to advertise it for us, and that $1,500 is your fee. And so they'll deposit a check into their account. The check will show that it's in there, but it never hard posts, it never clears. But the person that took the $500 out and sent it to them, whether it's through a money order, a personal check, cashier's check, or through like Amazon or eBay or whatever gift cards. So that family member ends up being out of $500. I know as a younger person, we're like, well, that's crazy. Why would I do that? But the older generation, they just see things such as, oh, money. Like they're not just giving it away. They're asking me to advertise their product. So they feel like they're working for it. They get the check, they deposit it, so they see the money in their account, so they think that it's good. But sometimes it takes 3, 5, sometimes even 10 business days before that check finally comes back as not valid or from a closed account. So we have those. I say that it's our responsibility to look after our older generation. I'm not saying we have to call them every day to say like, hey, did you get anything weird in the mail? But whenever they're asking questions, or they have any questions or concerns or anything, we should take the time to explain it to them. If you have a parent, we should also, it's funny, because they kind of taught us things coming into life, but we should also have the responsibility of explaining certain things to them, like, hey, if you see this, this is probably not legit, or you might want to get a second opinion. Don't go to websites that doesn't have the little lock in the corner, because it means it's not a secure website. Watch out for certain Facebook, YouTube, or whatever advertisements that if it seems too good to be true, then it probably is. There's a lot of things that happen on a daily basis as us as younger people just see it and we just scroll past because we're not even gonna give this a second thought. But like I said, there's a large part of our population that doesn't really know that. And I know that's not really cybersecurity, that's more of just on the scam thing. But on the cybersecurity part as well, like I said, this goes with everybody, but like I said, mainly for our older generation. Making sure that we're not using the same passwords for everything. Rotating passwords every 30 to 60 days. As a law enforcement officer, like I said, we get these calls a lot about hacked accounts, or somebody gave up their personal information and they did certain things, or they feel like they got scammed. Like I said, same thing with the gift cards thing. We've had people come in and say, hey, this person said if I do this, they'll give me money, and I did this and I never received the money. It might feel like it's a scam, but honestly, a lot of times there's nothing really criminal, and a lot of these scam artists knows that these aren't criminal acts that are being done. It's more civil acts, like, hey, we came into some type of agreement, that I will give you X if you do Y. You did Y and I never gave you X. So it's not really criminal, it's not really a theft there. It's just you were trusting and you felt for it, and this person didn't compensate you for the work that you did. So at that point, it's more of a civil court, meaning you have to hire an attorney, pay an attorney, stuff like that. And not everybody has that time, so a lot of times these people end up just losing money, and it's not always large amounts, but any amount is, any money that's yours, that you worked for, or that you received, that somebody took, through dishonest means, is bad. But yeah, so just keep on sending questions, and we'll keep on answering these videos.